Welcome to the 5 for 2 podcast with me, your host Adele, where we say no to careers where you're trading 5 days of misery for 2 days of fun. A place we discuss all things career, confidence, and money moves. I want to motivate, teach, and empower ambitious women to achieve more, earn more, feel more confident, and enjoy the work they do. It's all about believing you can have everything you want in your career and then going and getting it. So if you're ready, let's get into it.
Hi, lovelies. Hope everyone is doing well. I feel like this episode this week is overdue. It might actually be an overdue episode. Like, why have we not just spoken about metrics and how knowing your metrics and the type of metrics that make money? This episode was definitely triggered by a comment that someone left under one of my posts, which I responded to, and then they responded back. And it was a really good exchange. So it wasn't someone trolling me. Don't worry, guys. It was just someone genuinely asking me a question, because I always talk about you need to tell a company how you make them profit, how you improve their revenue, how you increase their money, basically. So profit all the way around, how you're making a company profit. And if you can tell them how you make profit, then you can get more money back. But the question was, what if you don't actually make the money? Like, how do you talk about metrics that improve a company's finances when you don't make finances? And the first thing I want to say to anyone listening is saving money is making money. I'm going to say that again. Saving money is making money. And let me explain. Think about when you cut your expenses. Like, if you want to get more money quickly, like you want to save for a holiday or something. So rather than necessarily going for a pay rise or trying to get more money, in the short term, you might cut back on stuff. Like, you might cancel your Netflix. You might stop going out to eat as much. And you might save all of that money, which then means you have more money to do the things you want to do. That's what saving money is. That's what you do when you save money for a company. Saving money makes them money. So when I talk about making money, you do not have to be a part of the sales team or even be in sales for that to be making your company a profit. But what you do need to understand is how you are affecting that bottom line. How is the activity that you do, the things you contribute, affecting the money? Because let's be real, money makes the world go round, and money is what your company cares about. Even charities, they need to make money to be able to do charitable things. They need to make money to be able to help people in the world, help people in the country, help whoever it is that they help. But it's still I can't even talk today. But anyway, still revolves around money. The reason I can't talk is because I'm super passionate about this. And sometimes my brain is moving way faster than my mouth can keep up with. You guys know I talk really fast. If you've been listening for a while, it's very clear. I remember I did the interview with Savvy Wallet and everyone was like, I don't even need to put this girl on 2 times speed because she speaks that fast. So yeah, apologies, because your girl is in the zone. But whether you are or are not in sales, whether you support a sales team, that makes no difference. You will be contributing to the profit. You add value. The person that left me a comment actually said to me, what if you are someone who, by just what you do, you lose your company money? They were like, for instance, if you're in compliance or you're in risk management, you're not actually making your company any money. So how would you go about it? My first thing I said to them was, if you save your company money, you're making them money. Let me break it down for you. And the breakdown simply was, if you are keeping your company compliant, you are stopping them from getting lawsuits. Lawsuits that could cost them hundreds, thousands, millions of pounds. Lawsuits that could shut them down. Because I've seen companies shut down. I've seen companies go bankrupt because you did what you wasn't supposed to do. You hear about lawsuits all the time. Companies getting fined like 20 million and all that kind of nonsense because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. People taking companies to tribunal because they didn't do what they were supposed to do and getting hundreds of thousands of pounds out of them. Why? Because there was no one keeping them compliant. There was no one managing their risk. If you are stopping them losing money, you are reducing money. That's 100k, 200k, £1 million you are keeping in their pocket. They can use that money for whatever they want. Most of the time, they're going to use it to pay back the board, to pay the profits out to the board, to pay the dividends. I'm going to keep it real. But sometimes good companies are going to put it back into the business. They're going to put it back into their staff. They're going to increase salaries. Whatever it is, you have helped save money. One company I worked for once, am I shouting, guys? The reason I say that is because I can hear myself in my ears and it sounds very shouty and loud. Anyway, let's not go off tangent. I used to work for a company once where they use loads of agency staff to fill their vacancies. And I was hired as an internal recruiter to reduce the agency. Within a year, not only did I reduce the agency, I got rid of it all. We was not using any agency. I saved that company 1.3 million in agency costs. 1.3 million in 12 months. Guys, they didn't give me that 1.3 million, but it went somewhere. So I made them money. By saving them 1.3 million, they have more cash flow. They now have 1 million more than they had the year before to do as they please with, whether they want to pay their VAT bill, their tax bill. Remember, all those bills would have got paid regardless, but now they have extra money, whether it goes towards pensions, whatever, I don't know. But whatever it goes to, guess what? I'm going to ask for some of it back. Because I'm going to say, you wouldn't have had that 1.3 million if it wasn't for the process that I put in place, the team that I built, the things that I did that helped us get rid of agency that you've been trying to do for 5-6 years before I came here. I didn't just reduce it, I got rid of. I brought everything in-house. And yes, some of that 1.3 million had to go towards paying the staff that I brought in-house. However, when I got there, they had a team of 5 people. That team went down to 2 people and then 3. So actually, I saved the money on staffing and I saved the money on agency. So let's talk about it. Saving money is making money. If you keep your company compliant, you made them money. If you upskill a team or keep them constantly motivated, you made them money because now everyone is operating at the top level. So say someone wasn't that good at their job and you've made them better, then doesn't that mean they're doing more? So maybe it took them 3 days before to do something. Now it takes them 1. So now they're more efficient. Now they're producing more of whatever it is your company needs. Guess what that means? More profit, more customers, more money. If you're keeping people motivated, listen, unmotivated people do not do their job well. So if you're keeping people motivated, you are making the company money. If you improve a process, now this is a really important one. Listen, if processes are crap within a company, if customer service is crap within a company, that company is not going to be doing well. So if you improve a process, which in turn improves the customer journey or improves how staff are working or improves something for the customers, then are you not in turn making money? Because now the customers are happy. They're going to recommend that company. They're going to come back. You've all been somewhere where the customer service was so shocking. You were like, these people aren't getting my money again. Because I know I have. There are places and brands that I was like, oh, I really like this brand. And then I was like, your staff are trash. I will not pay my good hard-earned money for people to talk to me like I'm an idiot. I will not pay my good hard-earned money for you to be lazy and not help me out when I'm in the shop. Listen, if that's the brand you want to build, cool. But you're not taking my money. You ain't getting my hard-earned cash flow. Yeah? You're not going to cut up a holy t-shirt, stick a label on it and charge me £2,000 for it because I'm not a fool. I'm not easy. I don't care. Now, if that's what you want to do, I don't have no problem with it. No judgment. If you, because a celebrity, cut some holes in a white t-shirt and put their label on it and said to you, this is now £2,000 and you want to pay for that, good luck with that. No judgment. Now, if you got £2,000 just lying around to throw around, that's it. Why not? If you got it, you will do it. If you got it, flaunt it. I ain't got it. I ain't got £2,000 for a holy t-shirt. But my point is, if you change something, if you improve something, if you make something better, if you make customers happy, they will spend their money with you, even if it's on foolishness. They just will. I spend my money on stuff where I know I could get it cheaper somewhere else, but I like the company, I like the brand, I like the customer service, I like the whole shebang. It is like flying. Let me give you an example. Now, I got a friend, she's going to find the £39 holidays, £39 flights. She is good at that. But she also will sometimes travel with cheaper airlines where you don't get food and you don't get all the extras, but she don't care. Listen, she'll pack a bag full of snacks. She knows what she is doing and she gets to travel. Me, I will pay for convenience. I don't care. Yes, you might have paid £100 for that flight and I paid £400, but guess what? I got food, I'm comfortable, I got leg room. Listen, I will spend more money if it makes sense. Your company is no different. If you are doing a good job for them, they will pay you money. If you are helping to impact the bottom line. Even if that is saving money, you are making money. If you are making a team better, it impacts the money. Everything impacts the profits. Companies do not hire you out of the goodness of their heart. They hire you to impact their profits one way or the other. When you understand how you are doing that, you can now go and negotiate and ask them for some of it back. Recently, you guys must have heard about that thing that happened with all the airlines. That thing that happened where something got upgraded in some computer systems and everything went down. All the airlines, they couldn't check people in. Their flights didn't fly because they didn't know who was meant to be there. They didn't know schedules because we rely so much on the internet and online stuff. But it all crashed. It crashed for almost 2 days. If not 2 days, I can't even remember. But I was on holiday when this happened and it was recent. It was in July. It totally crashed. Now imagine you're on the team who's responsible for that crash. Poor you. But what if you're on the team that helped fix it, that helped turn it around within 2 days and get everything back up and running? Did you not now save your company some money? Yes, they lost money over those 2 days, but if you had taken a week to fix it, that would have been bad. Some of you are not thinking about what you actually do and all the value you actually bring. Listen, if I was on that team, I would be like, hey, if I now have to go to a new interview or I'm going for a promotion or asking for more money, I'm going to be like, I was part of the team that was able to turn around the collapse or the bug or whatever you want to call it within 2 days. I was able to resolve the issue by doing XYZ. I was one of the people who directly impacted it because I understood what happened. I was able to resolve it by doing XYZ, whatever it is you do. And if you were to hire me, I would already have measures in place so things like that wouldn't happen, because I would have foreseen that, because I would have run so many tests and trials before we went live to ensure that even if there was something small that happened, it would be very small and it wouldn't have created such a big outage. Do you see how I just gave you an interview answer right there? Rewind if you need to rewind. That was a dope interview answer, by the way. I just need you guys to understand you are doing way more than you think. Do you know how many people probably on that team right now that helped turn it around, helped stop that outage being any longer than the 2 days it already was, and are just accepting the, oh my gosh, well done, round of applause, praise? Shall I tell you why I know? Because I used to be that person. I would do the most for a company, save them all that money, train people that were getting paid more than me, and just accept the round of applause. But once I understood that those metrics made a massive impact, those metrics made the company money. And that money is all that they really wanted and all they care about, and is why people set up businesses. You go to work to make money, people set up businesses to make money. It's as simple as that. Money makes the world go round. You cannot eat without money. You cannot basically move without money. You have to have money. Money makes your life more comfortable. The more you have, the easier life is. Whether that's the right thing or the wrong thing, it's the true thing. So that being said, if I was on that team, I would be telling everybody how I did that thing and now you need to pay me some more money. I will be going to other jobs and saying I was a part of that team who did XYZ. Now that's why you should pay me. And I know how to stop that happening in the future. I will sell that, because that is money. If that outage has gone on any longer, do you know how much compensation they'd have to pay out? How many complaints they'd have? How many issues they had? Listen, it doesn't matter that it affected every airline. Every customer was pissed off. So if you were part of that team, sell that. The praise is not enough. Listen, people giving you the round of applause. Oh, well done, Adele. You did so good. You did so good. Pay me. We couldn't have done this without you, Adele. Pay me. Thank God you're back from holiday, Adele. Pay me. We missed you. It's like this place falls apart when you're gone. Ha! Pay me. Guys, you get the gist. You get the idea. Pay me. The round of applause is great, but I don't want round of applause. I don't want the pizza parties. Do you know what I mean? I don't want the email where they send the whole company saying, oh, Adele did really well. Pay me. If you're not paying me, I'm not interested. If I'm helping you make all this money, pay me. Pay me some of the profit. When you understand how you impact the profit, you can ask for some of it back. But sometimes people do not understand their metrics. So when I'm talking about your metrics, I'm talking about the metrics that impact profit, that impact bottom line, that create more customers for your company, that impact reputation, that improve brand reach. All these things impact the money. They make more money for your company. They impact profit. When your brand has more reach and it's reaching more customers, guess what? As long as you know how to talk to those customers and you know how to sell to those customers, they'll buy from you. You've made money. When you improve the company reputation, more people want to come to you. Listen, Love Island just finished. Yes, I'm going to use a Love Island analogy. Yeah. Mimi's metrics help them win. I don't care what anyone says. Mimi could have won with a lamppost or a dustbin. She would have won. Why? Because people liked her. People in the villa loved her and people outside loved her. She increased her own brand to win the show. It's the same thing you do for your company. When you improve their reputation, like Mimi had an amazing reputation. When you improve a company's reputation, it is inevitable that that is going to create money. Even if it doesn't create it in the immediate short term, it will create it in the long term. Companies are built on reputation. Think of some of the biggest banks. Think of some of the biggest brands in the world. They are built on reputation. Reputation alone. Even when they do nonsense and they make like an ugly piece of clothing, people don't suddenly stop buying from them. They might say that's an ugly piece of clothing, but they'll still be waiting to see the next drop. Why? Reputation. Some of your biggest celebrities. Let's talk about Riri. I love Riri. But all the things she does, reputation, her image, her brand, people love her, so they'll buy the makeup, they'll buy the clothes. Now, don't get me wrong, the stuff is good. But why are these celebrities able to bring out all these brands? Because they've built reputation. So while you're over there building the company's reputation for them and helping them build their brand, why are you not asking for some of that money back? Like I said, metrics are everything. Pay me. And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate the praise and the thanks. It's not all the time I'm asking to be paid. Sometimes, yeah, I'm doing my job. So they say thank you, they say well done, and I move along because that was my job. But there are times when you are going above and beyond, you are improving systems, you are making things better. Pay me. If in the last 12 months, you have delivered projects ahead of timelines, you have made your company a crap load of money, you have upskilled a team, you have trained someone new, whatever it is that has made your company money, have you thought about asking for a pay rise? And I'm not talking about that rubbish little 2 to 5% they like to give every year. I'm not talking about the normal annual pay rise. I'm talking about in general, have you outperformed your job description? Have you over delivered on your job description? Which means they're getting an increase in profits. Ask for some of it back. And I know some of you listening will be saying, well, my company's not doing so well right now. And I've been with companies that aren't doing so well. Guess what? I was in a company once that wasn't doing so well, that was losing money, and I still got a 5% pay rise. Now, 5% ain't that much, but it's still 5%. Still some money. Still a pay rise. Why? Because in my area, in my business area, the other business areas were losing money, but in my business area, I was making you money. Now, that means my business area is propping up the other business areas, because if mine wasn't making money, that would just add to your failure. So I'm helping prop up the other areas. If I'm not there helping to prop up the other areas, then you've got another area failing. Too many failing areas will shut down your business. So therefore, if you want to keep me and keep me happy, you're going to pay me some more money. You might not be able to pay me as much as I want, but you're going to pay me something. So think about your metrics. Stop thinking about the fact that you don't impact sales, because you do. You always impact something. If you impact customers, you impact money. If you impact systems, you impact money. If you impact staff, you impact money. Like, you impact the money all the time, but you need to understand your metrics. Your metrics usually fall into making money, which we haven't talked about on this episode because we don't need to. You do not have to be directly making your company money to actually make them money. And I know that sounds very like a riddle, but it's not. Like I said at the beginning, saving money is making money. So you have to be saving money, making money, impacting the customer journey, increasing the customers, or retaining the current customers. Because listen, even if you don't increase customers, if they are losing customers, like if I have 50 customers and I lose 30, I just lost a whole heap of money. If I have 50 customers and you're helping me keep the same 50 customers, I've still retained the customers. You're keeping me at my money, at my level. Even if I'm making the same money I made last year, I'm not losing anything. Now, if you're increasing my customers, great, through good customer service, right? Through resolving problems, from keeping us compliant. Because when customers hear that companies are doing illegal activities, maybe they don't want to buy from them anymore. Listen, nowadays, if they find out that people aren't practicing sustainability, people don't even want to work for them. Gen Z do not play. Us millennials, we're somewhere in the middle, because as long as you pay me, we kind of might look the other way with some things, not all things. But a lot of people care hugely about sustainability. And I will put millennials in there too, because the truth is they do care about sustainability, because they're kids. They care about the kids and what our kids are growing up in. A lot of people care about sustainability. They might not buy from your brand because it's not sustainable. I know people that won't buy fast fashion. I can't say I fall into that, because I will buy from fast fashion. If I like it, I see it, I want it. But I do think about these things, and I think about, oh, okay, well, this company might be more sustainable. This company uses less plastic. This company doesn't damage the environment as much. Those things might sway you in who you go with. They may not. But what I'm saying to you is, if you're a part of that, you are helping impact the customers who will or will not spend their money with your company. If you improve a process, listen, if you're in IT and you do cybersecurity, if someone attacks the mainframe and the company goes down and cannot operate, they can't do sales, they can't do anything, their websites aren't working, did you not just save them a whole heap of money by stopping that from happening? Did you not save them money by, when they had a glitch, if you were able to fix that glitch within 30 minutes? Are you not every day protecting their data? Every single day. The company might not see that as profit making, but if you explain it to them and say, listen, there were 20 attempts to breach our data in the last 15 days. I was able to stop every single one of them. Look, here's the information, here's the data. Pay me. I'm going to keep shouting, pay me, until you guys get it. Metrics make you money. Talking about the fact that you've been at a company for years doesn't make you money. Talking about what you did in those years and why it mattered and how it impacted profit, that's what matters. That's what makes you money. Saying that you're good at administration isn't what makes you money. The metric behind it, how efficient is the admin that you deliver? How many people does the admin support? Do you take things off your boss's plate, meaning that they can go out and create bigger visions and help with systems and think about operationally what you guys are going to do so that more money can be made? What is your impact? Do you work in a school and your impact is Ofsted? I've said this before. If you make the school look good and help keep the grades up, more parents will come. That's the currency. Every job has a currency. Even, like I said at the beginning, compliance, currency, everything has a currency. You do not have to be in direct sales or directly making a company money to have currency. What does your company care about? That's a metric. How do you deliver that metric? How do you deliver that metric above and beyond your job description? Now go get paid for it. Metrics make you money. And I've just told you the metrics that you need to care about. Upskilling a team, training people, improving a process, minimizing risk, and managing compliance. All types of governance falls under that. Yeah. Even human resources saves company money when they have to get rid of the bad people out of the company by following the right processes and following the right lines and the employment law that you need to follow. Directly saving your company money in whatever area of the business that is in, increasing their customer base, retaining their customers. And obviously, the cliche, the normal, the one we all know, making direct sales. But do you see how many other ones I spoke about that weren't to do with direct sales? This whole episode was about metrics that are not to do with direct selling. So yeah, we are not going to end 2024 without you guys understanding what the metrics are, how to talk about them, no matter your industry. The person that left me that comment, thank you. They were actually in the banking area. And when they responded, they were like, oh, I love the way you flipped it on its head. Yes, because that's what I do. This is what I help my clients do. Because sometimes it's not that you're not doing the things, it's that you don't understand how to communicate the things, it's that you don't even understand how to identify it. So if this episode has helped you identify what you do at work and the value you bring and what your contribution actually is, then I've done my job. And if you want support in not just identifying it, but also being able to talk about it in an interview, also being able to show it so that you can earn 30K more, 50K more, so that you can break the 6-figure mark, reach out. My diary is open. You can book a call with me and you can see what session would work best for you if we were to work together one-on-one. I look forward to speaking to you again in the next episode.
I hope this episode gave you exactly what you needed and motivated you to confidently take steps towards your next career move. If you enjoyed it, screenshot and share it on your socials, tag me on Instagram, and come join my community of amazing women working on leveling up their confidence and career. Thanks for listening and see you next time.